Welcome back to Comedy or Worse. I'm here with a very special guest.
Tommy Lucero,
Yay.
a.k.a. Tom Gregory, a.k.a. Tommy the Roach, a.k.a. do not take checks from this man.
Oh.
That's how the grocery store knows me.
I see. Nice. So welcome to the podcast. So we were just talking, this is your third time on the podcast, and the first time I asked you the questions on the tablet, and the second time I asked you the questions on the tablet, and you thought it was a joke. So
I thought you were funning with me, man. You asked me like the exact same jokes, so I was like, okay. I'm not gonna fucking. I don't like to be mean, and I felt like correcting you would be rude, or
anybody that comes on the podcast more than once, please let me know if I ask you the same questions. This isn't a gag.
Well, thankfully, it's been so long since in between the second one and now, I won't remember if they're the same questions. So I'll answer them very, very honestly and very.
To ask you those questions. I just have the iPad here, just as a safety net.
What was the excuse you gave me because of the same questions? What did you say?
Because I forgot that you were on the episode.
No, because you said I'm old,
yeah,
and that's also my same excuse for everything I do now.
Right, but the difference is if you wouldn't have remembered until after we recorded it, that'd be one thing. But you remembered during the episode, so that's the thing that's like. And I was saying it's happened more than once. Randy Villarva was on the episode twice. But at least
he just expounded on his original answers.
Like it. I haven't watched it.
But I'm not gonna. I don't have any plans today, so I can go back and I can watch that stuff.
Yeah.
And watch Randy give different answers.
The first time, we were on a limited time frame, so it was like.
I think I remember that too. Yeah.
The second one, we had all the time in the world or whatever. Yeah. So what's going on in comedy?
All the time in the world,
what's going on in your
but
life?
you still use the same questions.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you shit, Aaron.
Because I forgot. Once again, I'll tell you.
Just giving you shit, man.
Well, I do say things to myself like, oh yeah, before the person comes, I should check to see if they've been on the episode before. And then you don't do that, and then you forget, right?
Well, dude, we all got lives. I just bust your balls because you're my friend.
Sure.
I mean, if I didn't bust your balls, it means I don't like you.
Nobody that doesn't like me, please don't come. People that don't like me, please don't come on the podcast.
People that don't like me.
Unless you're like, I'm not sure about it. Maybe you can win me over, If you've already given up on me, then...
If you're on the fence about Aaron Trahan, come on his podcast and form your opinion
in real time.
After the fact. Not during, because he's still doing something. Yeah. You got to wait until the whole soup is done cooking.
Sure. Yeah, actually, everybody don't form a full opinion about me until I die. Because right now, I'm still doing stuff.
No, you do so much shit. You need to have the opinion formed now because you're someone that deserves. What's the saying? You deserve your flowers before the funeral. So you should get some recognition for the shit that you do. Nobody should wait until after the fact.
What about you? What you got going
on? Busy. I just came back yesterday from doing a show with my friends up north. Went to did a show in Antioch in a nice little bar and got to see my friends, hang out with them.
California?
Yeah, it's still in California, but like Central California near Modesto. And went up there with my buddies that do Gold Rush Comedy. It's a little production over there in Modesto, and got to do a show up there. And oddly enough, from that show, may have birthed another venue down here because a person that was watching me in that show enjoyed what I did. And their relatives was somebody who was a manager of a venue here. And at the same time, while I was coming back from up there on the plane, because I had Wi-Fi, so I was still talking to people, and might have another venue that I could look into. So that's 2 more venues on top of the monthly that I do, as well as the pop-ups. I'm going to call them after the podcast today and work all that out. But it seems very plausible that could be doing 3 venues a month and have like, shows for everybody to hop on, and
nice,
a tab for me to get free hamburgers and stuff. That's what's really important, Aaron, is the free food.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like, most people do this shit for like fame and fortune. Chicken tendies, bro.
All right. You should try not to eat stuff that's processed, but okay.
No, if you get the proper chicken tenders, like the ones that are made of chicken breast that they bread themselves, those are actual chicken.
Okay.
If you get the chicken tenders that are frozen and you open them up and it looks like there's air bubbles in them, those are the processed ones.
Okay, good to know. But also, for my personal taste, I don't like breaded meat.
You don't like breaded meats?
You know what the worst is? You get like a breaded fish sandwich, and guess what it's on?
Bread.
It's on bread. So it's double bread!
That's why fish and chips is so groundbreaking. The bread is on the fish.
Well, I think they came up with fish and chips first, and then somebody that loves bread.
Some asshole came up with hamburger buns.
Why do I have to dip the fish into the sauce? I want more bread.
I want the sauce and the bread all on the bread, and I want more fucking fat in my face.
Yeah, I don't want people to look at me as I dip an enormous amount of tartar sauce and each bite. So let's just hide it in the sandwich.
I know you can tell by looking at me that I take my health very seriously, and coincidentally went to the doctor. They said I'm perfectly healthy. I lived longer. So
that's good.
The cholesterol and stuff like that, it's like not a big concern anymore, because I was eating like fucking King George on a daily basis.
Wow.
Because
that sounds expensive.
Well, I mean, like, because you can go to certain places and they'll have discounted filet mignons or discounted Cornish hens or discounted New York steaks. And then since I'm a cook, I know how to make all that stuff seasoned and stuff like that, which is a lot of salt. So salt on top of beef with butter, and your butter basting steaks when you cook them, and just with thyme on top of them, because that's fucking delicious. Have you ever had a butter basted steak?
I'm sure I have. Yeah.
They're tits. They're delicious. And that's how I was eating. If it wasn't that, it would be like 2 hamburger patties with an over easy egg on rice, which is still, it's pretty heavy. And if I'm not doing anything, I'm just sitting there watching TV, eating that kind of shit, long term, I don't get to stick around and annoy people. And that's my big goal, is to annoy as many people who don't enjoy watching me progress as possible.
Okay. That's good. My goals are to get better at comedy and to like.
Oh, that's a given.
Long enough.
That's a given.
People that do like me will start coming to my shows on purpose.
I'm fortunate enough to where I have like a handful of people either that like I'll work with or just that have known me for years that have been turning up at shows like regularly. So I'm fortunate enough that people think I'm funny enough to come watch at random shows.
Sure.
So it's moving along. I'm grateful for that. So.
Right. The human mind can only remember like so many faces, so many names, right? Do you ever have trouble remembering people's names, or you like?
I'm the worst with names. Faces, I'm a little bit better with faces, but names.
How are you keeping track of all the people in your life that?
Well, if there are people in my life that are like my friends and important people in my life, then emotionally it makes it stick in my head.
Sure, but what is your process? Do you like go, oh, I haven't talked to John in a while, and then you message them, or you call them, or?
Yeah, I usually message. I'm not big on phone calls. anymore, unless it's some sort of business something or personal something.
Sure.
But texting and messaging with my friends is probably how I keep in contact with most of them. So,
how many group chats are you in right now? A rough estimate.
Like 5 or 6.
Okay. So everybody that's in a group chat with me, just know there is one group chat that I've left. And they added me back, and I'm like, okay.
That is a testament to how much you are loved.
I guess I'm going to stay, because not only did they add me back, then someone else left, and they mentioned that I had left before.
I know what group chat you're talking about.
Because,
am I in that?
You might be.
That's one of the 6.
Oh yeah, that's it. One of the people is like, I'm like, come do comedy, like, hang out, and it's like, life isn't all just comedy. It's like, oh my God, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm trying to have a comedy, other thing, life balance.
That's that turns out to be a balancing act, having the personal life on top of something that you really love doing and something that you have a lot of passion for, which for me is doing stand-up and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's been a long road of trying to figure that out, and with family illnesses and stuff like that, like certain important stuff, it'll force me to push comedy a little bit back just so I can focus more on something that in my head would be much more important. But usually it's comedy comes first, and to a very special lady, I'm very sorry that it worked out that way, and I enjoy telling dick jokes much more than anything in the world, and I apologize, and I hope whatever you're doing right now, that guy has already stolen your ATM card. So that's
okay. This is good. This is good to know. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do apologize. I do, but at the same time, I go to Vegas and tell jokes, and they give me free food and free play in the casinos when I do that.
What?
I love you, but Mistress Comedy has my heart, and if you could find somebody that understands and is willing to back you up doing comedy, and they don't get annoyed, and they don't get jealous, and they don't get
wow, I don't know.
Angry.
Doesn't get jealous.
Well, I mean, if you have an understanding about what each person is doing, like, then I feel like things could work out a little bit better.
Sure.
But if someone in the equation expects more but gives less to what they want,
right,
then that jealousy seems a little bit more fever pitched.
Sure.
And look, man, I on a good day I can write an okay joke, but I don't know how to balance somebody else's checkbook. Sure. I can only do so much.
Yeah. So many questions.
But balance is important. I want to make sure and stress that.
Yeah,
balance is super duper important. Like
that's why I ride a unicycle.
That's balance.
So right now I'm finding myself in a situation where I'm running a show that I'm not even able to always be at. Does that ever happen to you?
I've gotten there late, but Main Tap Tavern is probably the show that I've done the longest, like close to fucking 10 years now. So I've always tried to make sure.
You're the one that has the relationship with them, and for that Taylor Locke is hosting the mic there.
Taylor Locke hosts the mic
that,
on
is
Sundays.
That through you?
No,
Or?
that's his thing.
So he has a separate relationship with them.
Yeah, he's been like a regular at that bar for a while.
Okay.
I just do it as a performance thing. I don't really, since I don't drink, I don't really hang out at bars or.
Okay, sure.
I mean, sure, like Coke parties, I'll be there until like the end of the week. But bars, they hold no.
Sure.
They have no hold on my soul anymore, and I'm so happy about that.
Yeah, that's good.
And the Coke thing was a joke.
So you're trying to be there for your show.
No, I've been able to successfully do that for the entire run of the show so far. Like I've been there to host every one of them, even when I was still being a drunk, and I would drink the tab before the other comics got there, which is why that made me start turning it into give free shots to the first people there, the first crowd members. So that way it was a deterrent for me drinking, and then yeah, like I don't even remember quite a few of those shows.
Sure.
Because it was always more important to me to drink, which is stupid in hindsight. I feel like I could have likely been a little bit further with a lot of things if that hadn't taken so much precedent in my life. That and I like to joke about drugs and I like to joke about drinking a bunch, but the God's honest truth is like, if you let that take over your life and you let that steer the ship, then it's just going to be a Titanic situation, dude.
Right.
The first big iceberg you're going to hit is going to probably fucking take you out and it's going to ruin everything you want to do. Like if it goes back to balance. Like if you want to do that shit, more power to you.
Right, and a lot of people think that they can keep it under control.
And a lot of people,
And maybe they can.
it
for a
seems,
long time.
yeah, but it all comes to a head, man.
It just,
It bubbles over.
even if you're thinking you're keeping it under control and your mind is fine, you don't realize how annoying you are to people.
Yeah.
The venue might tire of you that you're running a show at. That you're losing customers.
Like I think back to a lot of situations, and I'm like, why do these people even still talk to me? Like, I was such a pain in the ass, and like you wish you could take all that back, but all that stuff is what helps you remember to be a better person in the now, as opposed to being fucking stumble drunk all the goddamn time.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, do you have any? I don't remember. You do have a little bit of merch, right? Or stickers?
Periodically, but
Are you working on any merch?
nothing new. Just mostly the stickers or
Okay.
like
You've never
the
given
drink.
I think Sticker Mule, and I tried it, but I like Sticky Brand better.
Sticky Brand.
Yeah.
I'll look in that.
Cheaper prices, and you know the websites that have all this like incentive to like, oh, get your friends to do it. You know, like that comes with a cost. It makes the cost of the product go up. What I've noticed.
The thing that I like Sticker Mule for is they always have the thing of different discounted merch,
Sure.
like stickers
Yeah,
or
so sticker
drink
brand. But,
things,
compare the
whatever.
Prices, it's better prices. But,
I'll look into it. I haven't used anything else before. Like I usually just stockpile all the discounted shit until I go somewhere.
sure. Yeah. I'm not printing a bunch of stickers all the time.
Stickers just seems to be easier, and like since I get them discounted, and I don't mind selling them for $1 or giving one away here and there. It's not a big deal, as opposed to like if I were to buy a fucking garrison of stickers, and then there's a certain amount. Then like every time, hey man, I don't got any money. You think you can just let me get a sticker? And I don't want to be, oh no, you gotta at least give me something. Yeah, at least give me. I like being able to be like, okay, man, yeah, I understand. Here, enjoy. Maybe see you have another show.
If it's a donation-based thing, then you can just be be like, well, you don't have any money to donate? That's fine. It's a donation. Someone
Yeah.
else will make up for it.
Yeah, and you don't feel like you're losing out on anything.
Yeah, and it's donation. Everything, the tickets, my tickets are donation. The stickers are donation. Don't come after me, please.
Don't sick the lawyers on Aaron. He's done nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm working on organizing the merch by design. And I like do that. Different designs, and you go into design, and then it'll have water bottle, t-shirts, or heavy t-shirts, soft t-shirt, long t-shirt. Yeah, so
Smart.
That's that takes work, unfortunately.
T-shirts every once in a while I like just giving away as like raffle, and like it gets a few more people out if you advertise that you're giving shit away. So
yeah, trying to like get people's email addresses for a mailing list and say, hey, the incentive is, also give me your t-shirt size, and we'll do a giveaway. Any t-shirt on comedyorworst.com/shop. Yeah.
say it one more time.
comedyorworst.com/shop.
comedyorworst.com/shop.
Yeah, exactly.
They
and
have.
If you want to enter another way, you can just email me comedyorworst@gmail.com.
They have water bottles. They have heavy t-shirts, soft t-shirts, and long shirts.
Yeah, and more stuff. That's just a small example. But I'm just trying to make an ad more about the meta of doing it. So, I got the podcast, I got the comedy, I got the merch. Are you doing your own podcast right now, or?
No, I was taking care of a family member for quite a few years now, and that, rest in peace, has ended.
Yeah.
So now it's going to give me the opportunity to focus more on all this other stuff.
Sure.
Like me doing a show up north, I only am barely able to do that kind of stuff like I would like to again.
Yeah.
And the shows in Arizona that I did recently, same thing. Like I couldn't leave for more than like a day at a time because there was a pressing matter.
Yeah.
So now I can do like 2-3 days at a time if I don't have work, and do some shows and make a little bit of money that way.
Sure.
And I'm fucking super happy about doing it. It sucks on one hand because I lost somebody, but on the other hand, you got to look at the positives of what that birthed and just move forward, dude. But I'm fucking super excited about that. There's a bunch of shit. Get to go do a comedy festival in October.
Nice.
I'm going back to Vegas, like I mentioned. Vegas also October, and just doing a bunch of random shit amidst being a grown-up and paying my rent.
Oh my! How do you do that in San Diego?
A lot of caffeine, honestly. A lot of
Oh,
caffeine.
they take caffeine as rent now?
No, I need the caffeine to make the money so I can pay this rent.
Yeah, but the caffeine will catch up to you.
Yeah, I had to severely dial it back because when I went to the doctor.
Caffeine stays in your system, and it'll sneak up on you, and you just won't be able to go to sleep. And your tolerance for caffeine goes up and up, and pretty soon, even though you think you're taking the same amount you always take, it's fine. Those two things, your tolerance level builds up, and then you're taking the same amount. So all of a sudden you'll be over caffeinated.
Oh yeah.
Blue.
Oh yeah.
No matter what you try.
Yeah,
Unless you're like testing your blood, how much caffeine do I have in my blood right now?
well, they gave me
It's gotten rid of very slowly.
They gave me a heartbeat monitor and stuff like that when I went to the doctor last. And I'll admit, like when I first got it, it was pretty bad. Things were bad. But now, because I check my blood pressure and stuff in the morning when I wake up, and
Sure, not just about blood pressure. I know for me, like because I already like go in manic cycles, I was like trying to figure out, well, how come there's sometimes I sleep for 4 hours and I can't go back to sleep.
Well, you can't
and caffeine was part of it.
Yeah, you have to.
It made it happen more often.
Less coffee throughout the day, or if you're an energy drink
or
person,
just zero.
If you want to, you don't have to. Just moderation. Don't fucking.
Right.
Don't be drinking like.
So I guess
pallets of Monster and stuff.
Here's the thing. This isn't a health podcast. I'll just tell you what works for me.
Coffee.
Is I used to think that I needed caffeine in my life, right? And I was addicted to caffeine, so in some ways I did.
Mm-hmm.
But I was able to, like, as I've gotten older, I've started to really listen more and more. Listen to my body. Listen to my body. Your body, when you're tired, it's telling you that for a reason, right? When you're able to like take a nap or whatever, like you have sleep debt. Everybody has sleep debt unless you're like able to just sleep. Even me, trying not to have sleep debt, I'll get in a manic cycle, sleep for only 4 or 5 hours, not be able to go back to sleep, but I still have sleep debt those other hours, but it's just because
do you drink warm milk or something?
What's that?
Do you drink warm milk or chai tea or something, or something to calm down?
Because if you're tried melatonin,
if you're overly focusing on anything, it makes anything difficult. And if you're overly obsessing,
if I got, but it doesn't happen enough, and there's ways of dealing with it. Meditation, getting enough exercise, eating right, so all those things are helping. But when you add caffeine or whatever other kind of stimulant, it doesn't.
How often do you meditate?
What's that?
How often do you meditate?
Well, I'm meditating in bed by trying to go to sleep. That's meditation.
You don't take a random spot in the day or try to, for a good 20, 30 minutes at least? Because that's really, really helpful. And I'm kidding, by the way. This is just chai.
Does it even have caffeine?
I think it... Does it have...
Oh.
Nah. Light iced chai.
I don't know what that means.
It's fucking... It's flavored... it's flavored tea.
Okay. Right. But all these...
But English, they put milk.
All these stimulants is just adding to the problem.
Yeah. Of course.
So, all I can tell people is what works for me.
Yeah. Just... that's one of the things that works for me, though, is the meditating. Okay. And I just do... you can find them on YouTube. Guided meditations. And it's just like the... Not white noise, because that's more static. The fucking pan flutes and wind is what you hear. And somebody talking like in a very soothing way, and like you're concentrating on that, and it helps you calm down. It helps you relax. And then even if... they seem to come pretty often, but if it's like depressed or sad or anything like that, that seems to help the most. Like for me, is just because it helps you focus, helps you calm down and center. And even like meditation for manifestations, as silly as a lot of people fucking thinks that is, that's you're positively focusing on something that you would like to have materialize into your world, and that's positive because you're thinking about something positive that you want. That's I don't see any other better thing.
There's times when I analyze why am I awake, so then it's like when I know that I can't, it's like, oh, because I'm worried about getting something done or excited about it. So then, I can't sleep anyway. I might as well work on it. So then I work on it for a little bit, and then it's like, oh, well, okay, at least that's done. You know what I mean? And then it helps. Instead of like, I don't know. I guess it's maybe because I'm doing so many things.
Yeah.
And that, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
You're spinning a lot of plates, Aaron.
Yeah. So the way to minimum, is to go, okay, well, I edited a podcast of Comedy or Worse. It's up there. It's ready to be released, late Sunday, early Monday.
Excuse me.
And it's done. Don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, it's good.
Move on to
You
the
do
next.
a lot of shit. You
I
should
keep
probably put your feet up for a minute, buddy.
Trying to get paid for all of it.
Trying to get paid for all of it.
One day.
I understand. I get that part.
Well, like I don't know if I've said this to you before. I've said it on podcast. Even before I knew as a comedian, I wanted to do merch. It wasn't like this isn't. Oh, why does he promote his merch so much? He's not even big enough comedian to sell merch. It's like, well, there's jokes I have, merch that's not even related to a joke that I tell on stage.
Yeah, it's not even what it's about. Like I will honestly say, I'm like, I don't have any kind of fucking celebrity presence. I don't have a lot of shit, but I still promote myself and I still try to get people out to the show based on just my performing and stuff like that. I mean, sure, I am on TV. I have stuff on TV. I have a lot of stuff on TV, but it's not like a bunch of people are clamoring to come out to watch based on just those couple things. It's very niche, some of the stuff that I have out. So, but you still got to promote. You still got to fucking, and with your merch thing. Huh?
Have you ever done a billboard?
No.
Okay, just asking.
Oh, I thought you were going to lead into something.
No,
I mean,
I have these crazy ideas.
the grassroots.
Billboard, but it'd be kind of cool to have a billboard.
Yeah, why not look into it? If back in the day, Angelique in Los Angeles is going to have a billboard, and all she did was have big titties. So, big tittied model in Los Angeles.
Sure. I wonder if that worked for her.
Oh, she got work out of it.
There you go.
They were huge titties, Aaron.
Well, is it because of the size of the billboard, or
I think the size of a lot of things came into play.
it's all proportional? It's all relative.
Yes. One of the things.
What about the current events? Are you keeping your comedy up to current events, or you just
Kind of, sort of. There's certain stuff that I kind of don't, because I don't like yelling matches with random a-holes in the fucking audience. Like, I just don't care enough.
Right, yeah.
But there's certain stuff like I'll see that'll catch my eye and I'll make a joke out of it and then try it on stage. But like for the most part, if I'm up there and like it's a crowd work thing, something pops in my head, then I'll say it. But like I'm not taking time to. It just makes me fucking obsess on all the shit that's going on in the world, and I know shit's fucked up. So for my own emotional problems, I try not to overly focus on that stuff, because then it just makes me like paranoid and weird, and I don't like it.
Sure. So I've taken the idea of like sci-fi and fantasy. The authors like talk about our world, but in an abstract kind of way.
Yeah.
So both sides can like it, even though they don't realize that they're the Empire in Star Wars. So what I've done, I have like the main joke is like, I can't wait until there's holy wars on Mars.
Yeah.
Oh well, this is where the NASA rover landed, and then it couldn't move anymore, didn't have enough power, and then the holy Martian wind blew.
I could honestly see a war happening over that kind of shit.
Yeah. Oh no, but it's contested because just down the hill there was the Chinese colony, and then some miracle happened with them too. So yeah, holy war on Mars. Don't worry, it's coming soon.
Oh, humans.
Oh, Martians that are also humans.
Oh, xenomorphs.
Yeah, exactly.
No, there's actually a few things going on that keep me occupied enough to where I don't overly obsess on the impending civil wars or the impending world war or homegrown terrorism or planes randomly hitting each other in the sky or kids in cages or any of the other things that are a doggone hoot to listen to and watch on the news that brings my fucking whole world to a screeching halt. Like, I've been so entrenched in my own dramas for the past few years that I feel it's probably better for me to focus on my projects or the shows or anything on those in that category, as opposed to letting myself get overly obsessed with anything else that's going on. Because I mean, I know damn well about a lot of things that go on in the world thanks to fucking different news that I mess up and watch for a couple hours.
Oh boy, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's how I get. If I let myself, I would watch all that shit all day.
Right.
But I know for my own well-being and my own mental state, emotional state, all these things, I have to really limit myself. And it's fucked up, but I have to keep myself busy so I don't.
And also, we're already at the point. It's just going to get worse of like being able to identify what's real and what's not.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's going to be scary.
Like if you watch
Or that is
random videos on the TikTok or even on YouTube, sometimes you can, or even a Will Smith music video. They are all overrun with AI.
Yeah.
And they're all fucking like, I got so excited when I saw a news story that said somebody had actually taken pictures of a living werewolf in Germany. And I was, I was so like, oh my God, that's exciting. I can't believe it.
How high were you?
Pretty high. And then I go and look at it, and it's obviously, like, have you ever seen the horror movie The Howling? It's obviously a fucking person in a big furry suit. And I'm like, did you guys put your brains in ovens over there? Because that's obvious. It's not fucking real. And it all just looked very, very, like all the other accompanying pictures. These were all AI pictures.
Sure.
And then in the same fucking sitting down period, Will Smith tries to say he's fucking having some sort of great tour when the people holding up signs have 9 fingers and their faces are all squished together like an asshole. It's like, come on, Will. What happened to the Fresh Prince? He slapped Chris Rock and lost his goddamn mind. It's not right.
Well, yeah. When he decided to do it and then he actually did it, that's probably when he lost his mind.
Keep your wife's name out my fucking mouth.
That's not a direct quote. That was a little bit garbled.
That's how he sounded.
Oh, yeah. He said my wife's name.
He played Muhammad Ali, and then all of a sudden he sounded like Muhammad Ali. But not like the lucid Muhammad Ali.
Right. But what do you think is happening with people really convinced that there's UFOs? And it seems like it's getting even worse now. I think that some of it is like drones or like actual other countries' technology.
The funny thing is, we don't hear about the drones anymore. All of a sudden, the drones that were flying over different cities and flying over different shit, all of a sudden that went away.
Well, yeah, if you're done with the test, you're like, oh,
but you know what? They never answered the public as to what was going on.
Yeah,
they just all of a sudden glaze over it.
And like that they tell you either stuff that they know is top secret, or that they don't know.
That's all
they
Project.
don't know what it was. It's still top secret.
That's all Project Bluebeam, though, is where they fucking pretend to have aliens and shit like that, and like pretend that all this stuff is happening. So that way, fear. So that way, if anything does actually happen, we're not going to be as surprised or anything, but we're not going to be ready for anything that they possibly do to us. Like, look at the shit that happened in Florida or Miami. They said that there was giant shadow people in a mall, and then that was it. Let's stop talking about it. They don't care to elaborate and try and help anybody. You have to do your own. You have to do your own research, and even that is going to be fucking faulty.
Yeah, and I would say you have to do your own research, and research isn't watching YouTube videos. It's going to the site, and it's investigative journalism, talking to the people that witnessed whatever.
Good luck finding those people. Because 9 times out of 10,
AI generated.
Exactly, 9 times out of 10, some of them might be actors, or they might have been AI generated. All that kind of stuff. Like, as fun and as enjoyable as I find all those kinds of stories and all those kinds of things, like, there's no definitive answer on what's real and what's not anymore. Sure. Like, they start releasing all these things about stuff that lives at the bottom of the ocean. Oh, those are actually aliens, is what, like, the kind of shit it'll fucking lead you to believe. Oh, that's what we were talking about, is the stuff at the bottom of the ocean. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
But they're not in
it's not the same thing.
They're not able to survive up here, and they're not in spacesuits.
No.
Or air suits.
They're not giving anything, and if the time comes and they actually do, it's going to be because we're all fucking getting probed in our front yards by fucking grays.
Well, I guess, the only good thing I can think of is that as a world society, we're getting used to the idea that maybe we're not alone in the universe. Mm-hmm. So then if we actually have, some kind of, it doesn't matter if it's style Independence Day or it's in the style of, like, they come and the day the earth sits still and they say, they give us an ultimatum, you have to, and they're vague about it. Well, at least people won't freak out, and you know what I mean, like, because, like, they actually have done studies, like, if aliens came, how freaked out would everybody be, and it's like they do it again, and they're like, years later, and then the study is like, oh, well, it's not going to be such a dramatic effect on society because we already...
It depends on what the aliens do.
Oh, of course. If they just come here and rule automatically.
If they came down and they're, like, picking daisies and skipping with us through fields, then I'm sure nobody would be scared. But if they came down and started just fucking wreaking havoc...
Some people still would be, suspicious.
Oh, I mean, yeah, those are called Christians. Those would be very suspicious.
I wonder what the flat earthers would think.
Flat earthers. Please. How is it? Oh, the only thing flat is your goddamn head.
Yeah. Maybe we could just convince all the flat earthers that there is no such thing as a third dimension.
Look, man.
We're living in a two-dimensional world.
There's pocket dimensions, there's multiverses, there's different universes. Right. We have to be accepting of all that. There's another me in another universe with no credit debt. I'm trying to wrap my mind around that on a daily basis, and I can't, because there's just so much in this world.
Add more self-control.
That would be a monster. Me with self-control, that would be atrocious.
You'd be the new king of comedy, or?
I'd be king of the world.
I have so much self-control, I control the world.
I'm telepathic now. No, but you have to keep your mind open to that kind of stuff, and so that way, if one day you wake up in a different timeline, you're not so thrown off. Which is pretty much like if you have I feel almost that way in that because my mom died.
Yeah, very sad.
It seems like a different timeline now. Like it seems like
Sure, because she could have died a week earlier, or she could have, right?
there's no, because I mean,
Or she could have lived for 2
my
more years,
reality
whatever.
was vastly different. Not that like she was fucking, not that she was bankrolling my life or nothing like in that way. Just the fact that that was someone you talk to every day, and that was someone that you spend time with your whole life. And you know that for me, I knew her my whole life.
Sure.
And now that daily presence isn't there anymore, and it turns everything kind of on its ear in a way that everything's different. You're not doing the same thing anymore. I have to remind myself I don't have to go over there to do anything.
Sure.
Like everything's different now. And I think for the most part, that's the most realistic idea of living in a different timeline.
Sure.
It's just,
Yeah, any big changes in your life.
yeah, just
Oh, yeah, that's kind
totally
of like
throws everything.
the convergence of timelines.
Yeah, it's
Any decision you had to say, oh, should I stay or should I go? And it would drastically change your
the
life.
thing is,
Or it's something that wasn't in your control, right? I mean,
oh
that,
god,
that,
no. Stage 4 cancer is undefeated.
yeah.
So, but at the same time, like you bring up, stay or go. I don't have anything anchoring me. That's a horrible term, but I don't have anything keeping me in any one place anymore.
Right.
I have options to go do other stuff.
Do you have a lease?
Yeah, but I mean, when that's up, and you don't have to.
Sure.
You don't have to continue the same thing. Like, it's just such a different world not having the, again, for lack of a better term, not having the tether
Right.
to San Diego. Like, I have my friends and I have everybody I care about that are friends. But at the same time, they're not going to be in any kind of danger to their health if I'm not around.
Sure.
So I have the chance to go other places now. I can
Yeah.
go
Do you want to
for a
search
week.
More? Or?
I want to do that again because I was.
Sure.
And I felt like I abruptly stopped that when I started helping mom more. And like I wasn't mad about it. I wasn't upset. I was a little bummed out because like, I really like doing that.
When was she diagnosed? How long ago was that?
For stage 4
Yeah.
was 2022 or 2022.
Yikes. So we already had went through lockdown.
Yeah, she got operations when COVID started. Like I would talk to her on the phone and she would tell me about the triage tents that she saw them setting up in the parking lot. And I'd be like, don't look out there, just focus on what you're doing. That's nothing you have to worry about. But from 2019 actually to June of this year,
Yeah.
was just helping her and trying to do what I could with as little knowledge as I have about medical shit.
Sure, makes sense.
And,
And when did you start comedy again?
A very drunk 30-something. Like, I'm not exactly sure what year, but it was late 30s.
So over 10 years ago?
But again, like I wasn't trying to do better, or maybe in my head I was trying to get further, but addictions and the need to facilitate those addictions was always at the forefront before like advancing and like getting to be a regular at a club or all those kinds of things.
That's why I'm trying to be addicted to performing.
Yeah, and that's great. And it's better to be able to go different places and be able to like garner some sort of like respect for what you do instead of like somebody sees you coming out, here comes that fucking drunk, or here comes that goddamn drug addict. Or,
he's just going to ask for stage time.
He's just going to ask for stage time and fucking go up there and waste time, not do anything productive. Whereas now, like I've been finding if I go somewhere and like I perform, I'm getting somewhere, as opposed to before I would just go pass out in my car after the fact because I'm fucked up. And there's no future to that. The only future to that is fucking death. Early fucking depressing, disappointing death. Yeah. And like I've gone and done shows recently where like, hey, really like what you're doing. Would you like to host something coming up? This Voices of Poetry thing that I've gotten connected with. Like they've asked me to host shows down here, and then possibly if this lady likes what I do, some other lady can go start doing shows in Sacramento. Wow. And some shows over in like the hills of Ventura and Hollywood Hills. Okay. And I would never have pursued the style of show that it is to try and see what could come of that. Sure. But being that I'm not a total goddamn drunk and fucking more concerned about hooking up a gram of coke or something, like I concentrate more on the stage and performing.
So are you just creating all your own stage time and doing independent shows, or you are talking to like clubs and trying to get booked on clubs too?
I'm talking to clubs, and I'm on a schedule with a club up north for like availability. I do shows at Mic Drop that I put together myself, or do shows with other friends of mine, producers that put me on shows.
What show are you doing at Mic Drop again?
I did, what the fuck did I call it? It's recent.
I thought it was
Dress to Kill. Did a Dress to Kill show where I had people dress up, the comics all dressed up, and the audience was encouraged to do the same thing. And then the Yellow Door show I just did was a local showcase, and
local laughs.
Yeah, it was a local laughs one.
Cool.
Then Comedy Store, I try to go over there and like let them see I didn't die. So I'm still going. I've been trying to go do the Comedy Store mic continuously.
The open mic?
Yeah. So at least, to
try and
doing
get
that.
onto the friends and family part.
That'd be great. That'd be awesome. I fucking love everything about them.
Have you gotten any feedback from them over there?
I got, when I went for the audition and interview, they kept me after the audition, and from what I heard, there was good talks about my audition, and it went well. And I got good feedback from some of the other comics too. Okay. They were saying, you had a really good audition. That was really, really good. I hope mine goes well. Are you just blowing smoke up my ass? But they go, no, you did really well. You talked to the audience. Your jokes went well, and it went really good. But I think, because I was hanging outside, I took a couple hits off a joint. I wasn't as with it as I should have been for the job interview part of it. So I think that, and I even made sure to, when I went back again, I apologized to the door guy, Matt, because he was the one interviewing. I was like, that was very disrespectful of me to go in there. It's a job interview. I should have had some more respect for it. And he goes, "It's okay, man. It's fine. You didn't do anything wrong." And I go, "I know. Just for like myself, I realize that that's disrespectful, and I should have."
Well, that's good to know. I like Matt. I try to be nice and respectful to him.
Yeah, he's a
But
great guy.
I had no idea that he's going to be on the job interview.
Well, they were interviewing for Door Guy.
Oh, okay.
So that was the big reason. Like I do respect that guy quite a bit. He's never put me in a headlock when I was a fuck up. So
there you go.
He was always very nice when he had to kick me out.
He had to kick you out before?
There was, I believe, if memory serves, there was at least 1 or 2 times that he asked me to leave.
Okay.
But that was because I was just fucking hammered. I can think of one time. No, I don't think he asked me to leave that time, but I remember him just looking at me and like giving me a look the time I left there and I crashed a car.
Oh, no.
Like he was just like, dude, you're fucked up. Like I could, looking at his face, that's what it felt like he was saying.
Sure.
Dude, you're too fucked up. But like all that stuff helps me to not be a piece of shit now.
So, but do you think that people remember all this stuff?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not everybody, because not everybody now was around then.
Sure.
A lot of those people have moved away or just quit. But
right.
Certain like more important entities would remember that. Like I'm sure Robert remembers me being a piece of shit and fucking blah blah blah. Like I it's gross when I think about it.
Well, at least you're not banned or something.
Yeah, but it's still like in the back of my mind. It's like wish it could have been better. But you know,
sure.
that all that stuff serves to help you be a better person in the here and now. Like there's a lot. Like if I think back, even the people I used to hang out with, like, were just shitty people, and I wish that I would have been better at recognizing not wanting to help me further myself, but just as being a fucking monkey to dance for people. Like, I remember going to Vegas one time back in the day, and they just fed me drinks. Go ahead, drink as much as you want. And then when I was all fucked up at the end, they threw me on stage. And all I remember was, I don't remember anything except those guys standing in the back, fucking dying laughing. Like, those aren't friends. Those aren't people that want to help you better yourself in what you're trying to accomplish. Those are bullies, basically.
Yeah, and they hopefully weren't running the show.
One of them was.
One of them was, and he wants to ruin his own show? Wow, that's weird.
Yeah. That's those are the kind of parasites you attract when you baste yourself in booze on a daily basis.
Sure. So, sometimes for me, it's like, you know, I'm trying to be talking to a lot of people and interacting and being friends with a lot of people, but it's like, you know, wherever I'm at, I'm having fun.
Yeah.
You know, but then it's like actually messaging people to like go, you know, unless it's like it revolves around stage time. It's like right now, it's like, you know, I don't know. Like there was a birthday party, and I thought about going, and then I just totally forgot about it. You know?
Well, we all got our own lives, man.
Sure.
Like I
just have a lot of free time right now, and
I like to be able to try and keep those personal ties, but at the same time, dude, like I said, everyone's got a life, and we have to make our own wheels turn on our own regard, kind of thing. We can't stop something that we need to have accomplished for that day to make everything else move smoothly down the line, just because somebody was fucking born on that day. Sure, I love you. You're great. Happy birthday. I'll send you a message.
Well, I mean, it was another comic. I work with him. And
yeah.
He seems nice, but not like we're super close or something.
Well, I mean, if you had some other pressing matters to take care of, people should be able to understand that.
I just went
Oh, you're just a lazy fucker. Okay.
I just was doing my normal thing, go over to the
Oh,
Grand
you got
Comedy
caught up.
Club,
You got caught up with
and
this.
then, okay, now come back. Okay, now I have X amount of hours until the next mic, and just totally spaced. Oh yeah, it's Sunday.
Dude, that's why, like, I have a calendar on my wall, and I have different things in my phone calendar. Right. So it's constantly, if anything is happening, be it doctor's appointment, family member, birthday, whatever, it's constantly fucking going off with alarm. They're like, oh shit, yeah, I have to do that.
Yeah,
oh,
I set a lot of alarms. I guess I didn't set an alarm for that.
It happens, man. You're a goddamn human, Aaron.
Thank God. Thank all the other humans that made me a human.
Yeah, thank God they fucked, Aaron.
Right.
Dirty, sloppy, sloppy top.
Do you think we're ever going to evolve more? Or do you think if we they're putting human brain cells into chips, and so obviously that's not a human anymore.
No, it's a cybernetic.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
but do you think
have you seen Alien Earth?
Yes, I have to watch the new episode.
Well, the first one.
Yeah.
Where they're putting people inside of cyborgs.
Yeah.
I think that is probably the next thing, because as they always say, they hide the secrets. They tell us secrets, to our face. I think that is one of the things that they're probably working on next, because I've seen different little blurbs about like how they download humans' consciousness into chips or computers, right. And that consciousness is basically, they're only at AI, so it would generate what it thinks that person would say, but eventually it's going to get to a point where either AI is going to become so good that it thinks exactly like that person.
Sure.
And they can put that AI into something that would represent that person, or they're going to be able to actually download that all into a chip, like you said, and or straight into the fucking mainframe of this hybrid.
Right.
And I would love
there's
that.
a lot of different technologies. Like they keep getting close. There are animals and plants on Earth that live a long time, and we're figuring out that there's ways of bypassing the thing. There's mechanisms in place that help make you people old. It's it's almost like an evolutionary.
I would think.
I don't think it's an adaptation. It's just there's no reason to take it away, because you're always having, the species is surviving because you have young, and
I think that the powers that be try to have certain things in place, like certain pastimes or certain vices, to help accelerate aging or accelerate people's health, so that way the population stays below a certain number. And unless you're in Japan or you're in Southeast Asia or something, I think America primarily is what I mean. Like, other countries are totally different from us, and I think that our government tries to do that so it keeps the lower rung dying off quicker, so they have more of a working livestock with the younger ones coming in.
But see, I don't ever talk about the government, because it's not the government and the people that are rich telling what the government to do are so intertwined. It's just, we could just talk about...
It's the same thing right now.
Right. So you could just talk about the people in control without saying the government. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Because to me, that encompasses people that are telling people what to do or influencing policy. So the people in charge want people to be dumb.
Yeah.
And they've studied human psychology, and they understand the more we study human psychology, the better we are. Ads suck because they work. That's my opinion. That's why I don't want to watch ads, because you think the ads don't affect you. No, they do. It just takes time.
Well, that shit's subliminal.
Yeah.
Like
Even negative. That's why they say even negative news is still they're saying your name, your product, or your whatever.
Oh yeah. The product placement kind of thing.
Yeah, because
like if you're watching,
understand that they'll forget later.
If you're watching,
they had a negative connotation towards that.
If you're watching footage of like a war-torn area in the world, for some reason, the camera will be strategically placed to where you still see like the one and only Pepsi advertisement that's still standing, or like a Burger King is like half blown to pieces, but you still see the promotional posters on the window. Like, I think all that stuff is very planned out, and all that stuff is very
It doesn't even have to be planned out, because what is art? It's something interesting. So subliminally, so the person thinks that they're not getting money from any corporation or whatever, and they will just naturally, like, oh, isn't it interesting? Like, this whole town is devastated, but the Burger King sign is, you kind of can still read it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So they've already been indoctrinated. It doesn't even have to be Burger King. It could have been Pepsi or anything.
That's true. That's the first thing you notice.
They will film it. We've already, you know what I mean? Like, it's already the cycle. And it could even be a new company that they just barely have heard of, you know, and they would instinctively take a picture of it. They would do video of it. So it all feeds into the cycle. You know, we don't have to. My questions are like, how rich does one person need to be? Right? We already
It's disgusting.
Yeah, and if you really study what people, even people that say, oh, you know, they're on track to be rich, they know it's not, oh, like, if I win the lottery, this. They're like, when I get rich, I'm going to help people. And you see the pattern over and over. They start to help people, and then they get so rich, they stop caring about people.
Yeah.
And it's like so much evidence about, so it's like, so what we should do as a society is study humans and decide as a group, how rich do you need to be? Because if you get too rich, you are no longer human in my mind, right? Just like AI, you don't have empathy towards other people.
If you get enough money, you can orchestrate a fake space shuttle going to space and coming back, and you could put your wife inside there and pretend to open a door with a crank when they get back, because you're basically Jeff Bezos, and you have more money than God. Right. Like all that stuff, dude. Like that guy's.
So you don't think they're really landing?
I don't think they really went up there. Like the fucking when they're showing, it was Katy Perry, Oprah's best friend, Jeff Bezos' wife, and I think there was like one actual astronaut, or maybe not even one astronaut.
So they went up and then it landed.
They went up. They didn't break the atmosphere.
Okay.
They went up just before you would break the atmosphere, and then supposedly it came back down with the parachute and all that. And
but did it land on the ground?
It landed on the ground in
with rockets, or
no, it just came down on the ground.
Okay, I'm not keeping up with everything. Sorry.
And Jeff Bezos went up with this what looked like a wrench or a socket wrench or something like that to open the door, because they want you to believe they need that to unlock the door. But before he even gets there, someone starts pushing the door open, like it's already open, like everything's already fucking
for safety.
Yeah. And then Jeff Bezos says something. You see him say something, and pushes it closed again, and then pretends to open it with this fucking wrench. Right. Like all that stuff is it's all theater, theater for the poor, for us to think, oh wow, if we have all that money, we could go to space anytime we want and do all this shit. But it's not real, dude. I don't think any of that was real. I think there was a lot of camera work, and there was maybe they put a fucking fake thing up there for us to watch come down, but those people had to be in a zero gravity room or something like that, with a green screen behind it or something, and then they got them in there from the back.
Okay.
And like it just doesn't. None of that shit seems.
I have to watch it for myself. To
remotely real. Like it seems so extravagant and so unneeded for us as a people, a society. Why are you showing people that like something to strive for? Like, I need all the money I can possibly get because that's what's going to make me happy.
There are good things we can do with,
But the people that get that money don't do that.
Oh, I know.
And it's like, it's maybe like a small fraction that try to help and try to do shit. The other percentage of them just goes to like Somalia and has someone take pictures of them carrying jugs of water for maybe a couple hours. Then they leave and release that on social media like they were doing something. Like it doesn't, none of that stuff helps us to progress as a people, progress as a race of humans. It doesn't, none of it. It's so needless, and there's so much more that could be helped with the amount of money that they put into that whole charade of fucking space travel.
Okay. Yeah.
I want a good X-Men movie is what I want. Okay. They're not giving me that. They've never tried to give me that. They fucking nerfed every goddamn character. Wolverine eventually dies being overtaken by his own adamantium, and they have not even pretended to approach that. They killed him in a fucking lame way in Logan.
Okay.
It's disgusting.
Well, there you go. Do you think that we'll ever have a point where we're augmenting our bodies in those ways? Again,
like Back to the Future 2. Being that I'm a latchkey, a lot of my stuff that I fucking can get a frame of reference or a frame of understanding, it's all that. So I think at a certain point, Back to the Future 2 had it pretty dead on with bionic implants. Like you hit a button, suddenly you get taller. You hit another button, you get a little bit bigger. Like that kind of stuff, I think, is what America probably will do first. Or they'll take it from China. China's using it to try and be smarter in some way. We'll use it to like change our face or change our pec muscles.
Well, if you actually study not just science fiction, but actually history, is that it's hard to predict what we'll do, and usually it's going to be, there's going to be people that have there'll be a mech suit, there'll be, it's like, well, the best way to communicate with the mech suit is to have a chip in your head or whatever. And they're also working on it's kind of like wireless technology versus wired, right? Wired is always going to be faster, but wireless, like Wi-Fi,
Bluetooth,
and Bluetooth are other ways. So they're also having, they call it passive technology, where you wear a helmet and you can directly talk with computers.
Well, I don't know if you saw in
have to be a chip in your head.
Was it Japan or China? I can't remember which one. Sorry. But they built a giant battle robot, a Gundam battle robot. Have you ever seen that? Like the Gundam Wing cartoon? Yeah. They built one of those for real. Yeah. And that's all they would need is some sort of neural uplink to be able to control it and make it run around. Right. All it does right now is it just lifts its arms and like takes a step forward.
Right.
Like smoke comes out.
Put AI in it because that would be
Who's to say they're not figuring that out right now?
But I think it would be a bad idea to just put
no, we're fucked.
Yeah. Well, even a human, right? Like
humans are very fallible.
You get that one person and have that power. It's like, well, this is the most advanced technology. I could take over a small country with this.
Yeah, and that's pretty much as the average human would be one to do, I think.
Yeah.
Even
absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Like if you look at even the Superman movie that came out, people want to fucking get rid of Superman because he helped what they see as the wrong side in a war.
Well, I think I saw the movie. I think it was just that he acted without any authority.
But
he
picked a side.
He picked a side. Well, no, he was trying to not pick a side. He was just trying to stop the war, and that's what he did. But people still didn't like that. So that's an actual side. Did you know that? In a war, there's the one side of the conflict, the other side of the conflict, the third side of the conflict is to stop the conflict. That's another side.
So like centrist?
A pacifist.
Pacifist?
I mean, it doesn't have to have a label, right? But it's a different side.
Well, everything
it's a different perspective, right?
Yeah.
Is that because I can, and wars are bad, decide to stop this war. That's a whole other side, right? So why does he have the authority to do that?
Superman.
Yeah, because he's Superman. He's trying to do it for the
greater
good. And he's like, well, they're like, did you ask anybody? Did you consult, the countries or America where you're living?
No, he just did it.
Yeah,
and that's why they got pissed off.
Exactly. It's going to be interesting. Like, what do we do? It's, the structure of the any type of government, and any government, like, it's so slow to react. So how do we keep up with technology? And
hold on, I gotta go to the restroom.
Such a long podcast. We have to have a break for a potty break. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't drink water. Drink water, everybody. It makes you go to the bathroom, but it's easier to hold it. Yeah. Of course, I went to the bathroom right before we started the podcast, so that helped. Yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this episode. Be sure to watch all the comedy or worse episodes. There's a playlist on YouTube. I'm always making new merch. Go see live comedy. No matter where you're at, go see live comedy. All right, we're back. We've always been here, but Tommy's back. All right.
Back again.
Yeah.
Tommy's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Da-da-da.
Yeah. So one thing that crossed my mind that I would be interested to talk about is, how do you think dogs know when you're coming back, even though there's been studies where they've been out of they first test them as a double-blind experiment. It says how far they can smell, how far they can hear, like the range. And then they have their owner go in a random direction for a random amount of time. They don't know how, in an experiment, another person's with them, but he doesn't know. And then they say, as soon as they say for them to communicate to come back, through email or whatever, and the dog knows that the owner's coming back.
I don't know, because my cats do. My cats do the same thing.
Yeah.
Because what was it? I wasn't even driving that day. I was just walking back up to the house, and my roommate said the cats started fucking running all over the place and jumping up on a chair that's right by the door. Yeah. And rah, 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 making all this fucking noise.
Yeah.
And he was like, I didn't know what the hell was their problem. I thought they were going crazy. Then come to find out, it was just you. You were coming back to the house. Which on one hand, it's very nice. And on the other hand, I think it's more of as silly as it might sound, like a telepathic kind of thing with animals. Like they sense, because their senses are a lot more sharp than ours, I would say. So they've, like a feeling is what they probably get. You're feeling that you're coming, like that feeling you get in your stomach, intuition, that kind of stuff. I feel like with them, that kind of stuff is so much more prevalent in their world and so much more hypersensitive that they can pick up on those kinds of things.
Right. Do you ever think we'll be able to like talk more directly to
We already
the
can.
pets, but have them, on a keypad or
They already do that.
they do?
Yeah.
Who's doing it?
What was it, that gorilla that they had for a while?
Okay, well, gorilla's pretty close to human.
Dogs, they do it with, they test them, the treat thing, and like they'll do a 3-card Monte kind of thing with the cups and the peanut, and they can pick which one it is based on fucking the incentive of a treat. They can pick shit. A lot of dogs, like huskies, can talk back to their owners. They're really smart. What's the other one? I know cats. They do something with cats
too. They say,
too.
like, well, why are you excited? And then, like, somehow communicate.
No, not like that. Not like that.
Right.
But they, fucking dogs and cats are super smart.
Well, I know that they know what you're saying. I'm saying the ability for them to pass on what their knowledge is to you.
Like talk?
Or, I don't know, like, through some kind of technology or...
What is it? I would imagine that neural link thing that we were talking about, that's going to be able to be usable with animals.
Yeah.
Like dogs, you put like a little ring on their head or something like that, or something on their head, and they can fucking communicate with you and talk to you. Yeah. But even then, it's I think it would only be like little things like I'm hungry or shit like that. I don't think it would be like my favorite color is blue. Or, well, even then, they want to know colors. What am I talking about?
Yeah, that would be interesting for a dog because they always are hungry and they would eat until they die, basically.
Sorry.
Outside World Intruding.
What's up?
Live on the podcast.
Hello. Oh, I think I hung up on them. Oh, my bad.
Is it someone important?
No, it just said wireless. What the fuck?
Wireless number is calling.
Hello.
They called again?
And hung up.
It's bad. We should get out of here. They're tracking. They're triangulating.
God,
signals.
please let them triangulate and have a bullseye.
I don't want to die.
No, you'd just be blowback. And if anything, you'll have a good story.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll get superpowers.
I would imagine you'd probably just end up like Mr. Fantastic, like the worst powers there is.
Okay. Sure.
And he'll look like Pedro Pascal, but other than that. Oh! I was supposed to test drive a car today. My bad.
Oh, no. Okay.
That's right.
Are you getting in a car?
Yep.
Nice.
Get a car and not have to pester my friends so much.
Okay.
I do, even though most of the time we're both going to the same place.
Sure.
But I do feel bad.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't have the unicycle skills of an Aaron Trahan.
Well, I ride my unicycle to my car. I don't ride my unicycle all the way there.
In my head. In my head.
I know. Everybody thinks I ride a unicycle all the way there. There would be way more episodes of how to ride a unicycle if I was riding it all the way there. How to survive mile 20.
How to survive the center divide of the I-5 on a unicycle.
Yeah. And then it would never get uploaded because I would die.
I don't think that would work out so good.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, now we got blowers. I think it's the world's telling us that we should end the podcast. It's been a good hour and a half.
You guys,
Almost
look up usweedchannel.com and search for my channel, Tommy the Roach. I got some comedy stuff up there, 2 different sets of my own, and then 2 shows, local shows, working on some other content for it right now. And Voices of Poetry, look up that on the internets. I'm going to be posting about all that upcoming shows pretty soon, as well as Main Tap Tavern, and hopefully the phone calls go good today, and we'll have 2 more venues for comedy shows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, and get you on one of those.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Thanks.
Because you are a bit of a cleaner comic, and they are requesting PG-13.
Oh, I can do that.
Which is strange because it's a bar.
Yeah. They don't know what they want, probably.
Bitches never do.
Yeah. All right. Well, we can end the episode.
And I just want to put this out there. If for any reason, like, any of my comedy has ever offended you, or made you feel bad, or, worst case, made you shed a tear,
Yeah.
then it worked.
Yeah.
I am affecting you.
Okay.
And also, please bring back Buffy. I really like Buffy. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The TV show, not the movie, because Rutger Hauer and Pee Wee Herman are gone, so we can't do the movie again.
Right.
But we do have Sarah Michelle Gellar. David Boreanaz is still alive.
Right.
Allison Hannigan from American Pie fame and the flute thing. She's still alive. They're all still alive.
They're working on a reboot, but they're not going to be in it. Sorry. They're just consulting, I think.
That makes me want to shove a number 2 pencil up my pee hole. That's horrible.
Oh,
Not sharpened. Unsharpened. Just the
what
flat end.
We'll see. Maybe it's in the future and they're retired or whatever.
Honestly, though, I am trying to be funnier, and I want you guys to come out and see it. I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't run around doing all this just because I enjoy it. I do.
So save some of this for the promo. We're going to end the episode and then do a quick promo for the episode. You probably already watched it. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.